y'all, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Welcome to my first hashtag Hump Day Handmade collaboration video. I'm co-hosting this with my crafty BFF Paulette, and she's at Scrappy Tape. Also joining us in this collaboration is Robin at Crafts I Heart, Lisa Happy Crafter, Brittany at BB's Crafts, and Chandra at Stockton Stuffed. We wanted to do some handmade projects because we were getting comments on some of our other videos about doing stuff by hand. So everything in these videos that we'll post the last Wednesday of every month at 10 Eastern Standard Time will be handmade. My items will also have embellishments and stuff, of course, that are not handmade, like ribbon, some bows and some other things, but the actual project will be handmade. So the first thing I wanted to share are these little pockets that I made to send out some flat mail. I made 4 of these, and the only thing I wanted to house in these was a die. I got these off of scrapbook.com. They were like $3, and then also a pack of stickers. So the die goes in there, and then there's a pack of the Valentine's Day stickers in there. I used that paper from Paper Studio called the Pink Passport, and I used some black cardstock. This is made from one sheet of 8.5 by 11. If it's 8.5 by 11, you want to score on the 11-inch side at 5.5, and then on one of the 8.5-inch sides, you want to score at 4.25 to create the little pocket. And then I just shaved off a little bit to create the mats. I used some twine, and this is a little Fisker stamp from my stash. It's called Tag Sayings, and this says just a little something something. This is a Memento Punch from my stash, and then this is a bow that I got in a Christmas swap with Lauren Cunningham. That's the back of it. So I just wanted to create something that I can send as flat mail to some crafty friends. The next thing that I made is a box, and it's considered a chocolate box. It's a double-sided chocolate box. This tutorial came from Sam at Mix Up Crafts. All of her stuff is done by hand. She even shows you how to do the rectangle by hand, but I actually use dies to create the heart because I am using this for a swap. And then I used a chicken wire embossing folder on the side. This is made with 110-pound white cardstock, and my matte pieces come from a Michael's Hot Buy called Be My Valentine. She did have a belly bands on hers, but I'm going to use this little embellishment that I created and some seam binding, and I'm just going to wrap it up like a present. Here is another little box that I made, and this was made from a live that Tamika Scrap the World did just recently. It's a slider box. I used some lace here on the side. There's some double heart embellishments, and I stitched this lace to the hearts. This is a bow that I got from Lisa Happy Crafter, and I just wrapped some of that gold twine around it. I did stitch on each of the panels, and this is also made with that Be My Valentine's Hot Buy paper. It opens up, and I did use a die with some really fun clear purple and clear paper. This is a cut apart. I did stitch on this panel, and then the box just kind of slides out. Tamika has all the information on her channel. This is a embellishment that I got in a Valentine's swap a while back from Tracy, and she's TYS Creates. And there's my little handmade sticker. So I will include Tamika's tutorial as well as Sam at Mix Up Crafts tutorial down below. In upcoming videos, I'll probably only share one project, and I have so many because I have a few swaps coming up. So in this video, I'm going to share the tutorial on how I made these 9 by 6.5 gift bags. They are 2 inches wide, and they're made from the base of 110-pound cardstock. These pieces right here are like the connectors because I did use full sheets of 8.5 by 11. This paper is also from the Be My Valentine Hot Buy from Michael's. This is some red twine I got from AliExpress, and then I used my We Are Memory Keepers hole reinforcer punch for the little things on the tags. And these little tags are actually the ones that are the cardstock tags that come in the packs from Michael's. I just covered it with the paper. I got these bows from Hobby Lobby. That's how it looks. It is closed on the bottom. I didn't finish it on the bottom. This other one right here is made from that pink passport paper. This bow was created by Lisa, who's Happy Crafter, and I did ask her for a tutorial. I did some lace across the top, and you can see that blue there on the side, which I love. I covered another one of the tags. This is the back of it, and the handle is done in that paper, and I also have some black glitter paper under there, and that's why this looks a little bumpy, because of the glitter paper under there. I did another hole reinforcer, and I used some of that silver twine. And then on both of these I have the two froms, and those are Sticko stickers. I was getting those from AC Moore when I went to the beach, but as you know, AC Moore is closed down, but this is what the package looks like. So I want to share with you how I created these, and I'll be using the Doodlebug Love Notes paper to mat this bag. So to create the bag, you will need 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. This is 110-pound white cardstock. You will also need 2 pieces for the connectors, and these are 2 by 9. And then you will also need 2 pieces. This is 12 by 1 inch. And then I just took a little bit off of the layering piece, which you don't have to do, but I wanted to do that. So I've already done my straps, and then this will be the base for the bag. So to create the base of the bag, this is on the 11-inch side. You want to score at 2 inches up from 11, so 9, and this just depends on how wide you want the bag. You can make the bag any size that you want. And then you'll go in 2 inches from 8.5, so I go at 6.5. So that means my bag will be 6.5 inches wide and 2.5 inches thick. So these measurements just depend on how wide you want the bag. You can make this bag any size that you want, and that's all the scoring you'll do on that piece. And then on this 2 by 9 piece, this will be the little thing I call the connector, because I didn't make any attachment pieces on this, and I actually did it by accident. I was making the base of the bag, and then I wanted to use the full sheet, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, how am I going to put it together? I could have made another score here for the connector, but I just decided that I wanted it 2 inches wide, so I was like, let me just make something to connect the 2 pieces, and I actually like that idea. So this is on the 2-inch side. You just want to score at 1 inch. And of course you want to do it on both of your pieces of the 2 by 9 and the 8.5 by 11. So here is the base piece for my bag. All you want to do is fold on your score lines, and then you want to cut up on this score line right here where they intersect. Just cut up to the score line. This will be the bottom of the bag, and this will be the flap. So you do want to angle that just a little bit so that it'll close correctly. And then here's my mat piece. I just cut it a little smaller than this piece right here. This is 6.5 by 9, so however small you want your border. And then you have this piece right here that you cut a little smaller than 2 inches, because this is 2 inches wide. So a little smaller than 2 by 9, depending on how wide you want this border. So I'll just glue these down to my bag. I am using a liquid adhesive, but you can also use some double-sided score tape. I'll be using the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. I did already do a little bit of inking around the edge. Then I'll just line it up on my bag. It's hard to see the score marks, but I'll get it on there the best way I can. Then I'll glue this piece on as well. So this is the base of my bag. For my connector, this is the 2 by 9 piece. Just want to fold, and this is also 110-pound cardstock. I'll use my bone folder to press this down a little bit more. This is one of those angled bone folders I got in a 2-pack from Amazon, so I'll link this down below. And then what I did, which you don't have to do, I'll show you how it looks on the bag, but I angled the top and bottom piece like that. You definitely don't have to do the bottom, but I did it anyway. But definitely the top, because I didn't want any of that color to show through the top, but I did want to get some interest to the inside of the bag with the color. And then it actually shows up here on one side there and one side here, but you can always match it up with the base that you use. I just wanted to do something a little different. So definitely you don't have to do it to the bottom, but I did it to both ends of mine. So from right to left, I just cut it at an angle up to the top to create like a point. That's how it looks. And like I said, you don't have to do it to the bottom, but I did it to both ends of mine, so it'll look like that. I did use some double-sided score tape on this to make sure it was straight. So I put some on the ends and then on the center. And then you want to take this piece and line it up with the edge of your gift bag. So tip to corner here and tip to corner on the bottom, and line it right up to that score mark that you did at 2 inches. I will take the backing off the tape and add some additional glue. I'll line the point and the score line up with the edge of my bag. Give it a press. And that's how it'll look, and that will be the side of your bag. I've already finished the other side for the sake of the video, so you should end up with 2 pieces like this. So now you can connect your bag. This will go here, and then it'll wrap around for the closure on that side. So that's how the finished bag looks. I am going to go ahead and adhere my bottom, because like I said, this is for a swap, so I'll choose which side I want for my front. These flaps go down, this one goes back, and then I adhered this one down. So I'll put some tape here. Make sure it's straight. So there's my bag. Here are my handles or straps. This one doesn't have much of a border because I kind of screwed up on the layering piece, but I didn't want to waste the paper. So this is how they look, and to get them to curve, all I did was took my bone folder, this flat one, and I just curved it like you would ribbon, to kind of break down the fibers in the paper. And then I put tape on the ends and turned them like this. So tape will go on the top of the handles like that. Clips here. I do have the smaller craft clips, and I have the clips from the Dollar Tree. I like these right here. I got these from Harbor Freight. They have the little flat backing, and they're really sturdy. I use a I think 20 in a pack, They were a really good deal, and you can find a lot of other storage items if you have any like hardware type stores like Harbor Freight, Northern Tools. They have a lot of stuff too. So I'll put some additional glue on both ends, and then you want to turn it towards you like that and put the handles on the inside. So this is how it looks. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit and then I'll come back and embellish. So my handles have dried. This is how it looks without anything on the handles. I like that really cute, clean look. Really cute. So I'm going to embellish right here in front of where the handles are. Lauren also made me some of these really cute vellum rosettes. They are about, not even an inch. Yeah, they're about an inch. So I'm going to use some of these Maggie Home rhinestones, and I have the hearts. I even like how the little bows look because they match perfectly with that paper. But because this is for Valentine's, I'm going to use these little hearts. So I just use my Nuvo adhesive, and I'm just going to glue these right on the top of the little rosettes. And then they're going to go right here on my bag. Okay, so I glued the gems onto these clear acetate, or not acetate, vellum rosettes. That's how it looks. I did the first two, and then I'll just do these last two. This is the glue gun that I use. I'm just using hot glue. Center it on the handle. I've already put my paper onto my tag and also my little to from. So I'm going to put that on the front, and I'll just tie it on there with some of this seam binding. So this is the end result of my bag. I'll be sure to leave all the measurements down below. Thank you so much for joining us for our Hump Day Handmade. Be sure to check out Paulette, who's Scrappy Tate, Robin, who's Crafts I Heart, Brittany, who's BB's Crafts, Lisa, who's Happy Crafter, and Chandra, who's Stockton Stuff. We will post our videos throughout the year on the last Wednesday of the month at 10 Eastern Standard Time. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and have a great day. Bye.